Definitely in a New York state of mind. Victor Wembanyama got that proper New York.
They weren't just tall, they were towering forces. But how many of these giants do you remember? Let's find out.
Charles walking with my own. They are funny basketball players in the world. They are.
The NBA has seen giants who redefined basketball with their towering presence. From shot-blocking legends to skilled scorers, these 10 players, some forgotten, some iconic, left a mark despite their careers being cut short by injuries or the evolving game. Let's dive into the tallest NBA players you probably never knew about. Manute Bol, 7'7".
He plays very intelligently on defense.
Manute with the fling three, got it! Oh! Down by 14. Manute with another. Oh, my!
Manute Bol wasn't just the tallest, he was a human skyscraper with a mission. Known for swatting shots like flies, he once had 15 blocks in a single game. Despite averaging just 2.6 points, his defense terrified scorers. Off the court, Bol became a Sudanese hero, sending most of his earnings back home. His 397 rookie blocks in the 1985-86 season still stand as a record, but he wasn't all defense. He shocked fans by nailing 6 3-pointers and a half during a 1993 game. His gangly frame and awkward jump shot became part of NBA folklore. He later supported humanitarian efforts before his passing in 2010. Bol's story wasn't just about height, it was about heart. Whether towering over centers or standing up for his people, he proved greatness isn't measured in points. His 8'6" wingspan changed the game. And his legacy? Bigger than basketball. 2. Umar Mirishan, 7'7".
I will try my best.
Umar Mirishan.
Though matched by Bol in height, Umar Mirishan brought a distinct vibe, quiet, talented, and surprisingly graceful. Averaging 14.5 points and 9.6 rebounds, he led the league in field goal percentage and won Most Improved Player in 1996. His peculiar smile and down-to-earth demeanor won fans' adoration. Mirishan demonstrated his sense of humor and personality off the court in the film My Giant with Billy Crystal. Sadly, chronic back and knee injuries cut short what seemed to be a brilliant NBA career. Though he played only 6 seasons, his effective scoring and presence in the paint made every minute count. Mirishan kept engaged in the game after basketball, assisting young European players in honing their talents. His legacy is one of possibilities, compassion, and worldwide appeal. To many supporters, he was a towering reminder that large men can also be good-hearted rather than simply tall men. 3. Yao Ming, 7'6".
The ball hopping. Yao Ming working on Wallace again, takes it inside. Oh, baby! He slams it over Big Ben. That's what you call it.
Yao Ming was a cultural connector, not just tall. Having come onto the scene as the first pick in 2002, he quickly went toe-to-toe with Shaquille O'Neal in a memorable All-Star event. Yao was a commanding center from day one, thanks to his soft shooting touch, footwork, and grace. Becoming an 8-time All-Star despite a career cut short by foot injuries, he averaged 19 points, 9.2 rebounds, and roughly 2 blocks every game. What Yao lacked in raw force, he made up for in talent and brains, sometimes outplaying bigger, more physical opponents with vision and grace. Away from the court, Yao changed the scope of basketball in China. He transformed millions into admirers as he became the face of the NBA overseas. He took over leadership of the Chinese Basketball Association after quitting, thus helping to determine the course of the game. Yao changed the world's perception of the NBA, not only in those of statistics. 4. Shawn Bradley, 7'6".
Back at it, stripped and a foul. And they've outscored New Jersey down the stretch here of this ball game. Chris Childs sets it up. Childs, nice roll to Bradley, yes, and a foul. Michael Jordan picked up the foul. And Bradley puts in on the free throw, so a 3-point play.
Shawn Bradley had height and highlights, both good and bad. Nicknamed the human lamppost, he was known more for getting dunked on than for dunking. But don't be fooled, Bradley could block shots with the best, leading the league with 2.5 blocks per game during the 1996-97 season. Drafted second overall in 1993, Bradley never fully lived up to expectations offensively, but defensively, his 2,119 career blocks are no joke. He played 12 years and brought value as a rim protector despite being outmuscled by stronger bigs throughout his career. Bradley's image as a meme player overshadowed his true contributions. He had heart, effort, and legit defensive instincts. Sadly, in 2021, he was paralyzed in a bike accident but continues to inspire others with his resilience. His story is still being written. 5. Mark Eaton, 7'4".
The starting center, number 53 at 7'4" from UCLA, Mark Eaton.
Here's the trap. And Eaton coming in baseline. Oh, good, and a foul.
Mark Eaton was never flashy, but boy, was he effective. At 7'4" and 275 pounds, Eaton wasn't just a wall, he was the entire building. In 1984-85, he averaged an NBA record 5.6 blocks per game, a mark no one has come close to since. Dude didn't even touch organized basketball until college. Seriously, no high school hype, just straight into the deep end. The Utah Jazz took a chance on him, and suddenly he's out there playing bouncer in the paint next to legends like Stockton and Malone. Not just holding his own either, he snags Defensive Player of the Year twice, blocks everything, over 3,000 of them, and lands 4th in the record books. Wild. After he hung up his sneakers, Eaton started giving motivational talks, spinning his totally weird NBA journey into some solid advice about grit and sticking with your crew. He passed away in 2021, yeah, but man, anyone who watched him knows the dude was a wall. Didn't need the razzle-dazzle, just pure scary defense. 6. Ralph Sampson, 7'4". Ralph Sampson was the guy before injuries stole his spotlight. A 3-time College Player of the Year, he entered the NBA with insane hype, and for good reason. His rookie season, a cool 21 points and 11 rebounds per game. This wasn't just a big man, he was a big-time talent. Teaming up with Hakeem Olajuwon to form the Twin Towers, Sampson helped the Rockets reach the 1986 NBA Finals, stunning the Lakers along the way. He could dribble, shoot, and run the floor like a guard, decades before it was common. But knee issues cut his prime short. He bounced between teams before retiring far earlier than fans hoped. Today, Samson is in the Hall of Fame, but many forget how revolutionary he was for his size. He wasn't just tall, he was ahead of his time. 7. Rick Smits, 7'4".
A couple more possessions before the quarter comes to an end. Smits, the second.
Inside the rim. Oh! And he's fouled. That is a big time.
Rick Smits didn't make much noise, but he brought the boom when it mattered. Dubbed the Dunking Dutchman, the Indiana Pacers' big man was a reliable 14.8 points and 6.1 rebounds a night for over a decade. His silky mid-range jumper made him a matchup nightmare. Smits was crucial during the Pacers' playoff runs in the 90s, especially in the 2000 NBA Finals, where he faced off against Shaq. While he never became a superstar, he was consistent, professional, and respected by teammates and fans alike. Foot problems plagued his career, leading to early retirement. Still, Smits left behind a legacy of smart, efficient play and surprising athleticism for his size. He wasn't the loudest, but he was one of the steadiest giants of his era. 8. Taco Fall, 7'6". Taco Fall might not have had the stats, but he had the love. Standing 7'6" with an 8'2" wingspan, Taco became a viral sensation the moment he stepped on an NBA court. His mere appearance drew standing ovations, especially during Summer League games in 2019. Though his NBA minutes were limited with the Celtics and Cavaliers, Taco's presence captured hearts. His 75% shooting in college made fans think he could be a real contributor. But in the faster NBA pace, his lack of mobility became an issue. Still, Taco carved out a spot in basketball pop culture. From bobbleheads to memes to media appearances, he remains a beloved figure. Sometimes being remembered isn't about rings or records, it's about the joy you bring, and Taco brought plenty. 9. Pavlo Podcolen, 7'5". Pavlo Podcolen was supposed to be Russia's answer to the NBA's growing big man craze. At 7'5", he had the height and strength scouts drooled over. Drafted by the Jazz and later traded to the Mavericks in 2004, hopes were high for this towering prospect, but reality hit hard. Podcolen played only 6 games in the NBA. Injuries and the faster American game exposed his limitations. He eventually returned overseas, where his career fizzled quietly without making the splash many expected. Pavlo remains a cautionary tale, proof that height alone doesn't guarantee NBA success. The game demands more than just size. 10. Chuck Nevett, 7'5".
Who has a great attitude. Matchup, but it wasn't that way in the playoffs, was it?
No, you know, and the Lakers are coming in, they're running hard.
Look at a skyhook by our big fella, Nevett.
Oh, yes! Brings the forum to their feet!
Chuck Nevett might be the most unexpected NBA champion ever. At 7'5", he spent 9 seasons as a backup for teams like the Lakers, Rockets, and Bulls. His career average? Just 1.6 points per game. But don't laugh, he still owns a 1985 championship ring with the Showtime Lakers. Nevett played his role, cheering from the bench, filling in when needed, and being a locker room glue guy. While he didn't have the skill of Yao or the swats of Bol, he stuck around longer than many more talented players. Sometimes knowing your role is enough to carve out an NBA career. Chuck Nevett did just that, with a 7'5" frame that left fans doing double takes whenever he stood up. From Bol's jaw-dropping blocks to Yao's global legacy, these towering players left massive footprints across basketball history. Some were stars, others barely saw the court, but each added something unforgettable. Which of these NBA giants surprised you the most? Drop your pick in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts.